do not reflect those of WSMN, its owners, and/or associates.
Lisa and Robin are two fun friends diving deep into conversations where nothing is taboo. They believe in eating dessert before dinner and wearing the bikini. They're allergic to labels, authority, and cheap shoes. Currently, they're launching themselves through life being the good time, bold enough to take risks and inquisitively asking, what's next? They hail from New Hampshire, but they could be anywhere dressed in cute clothes. If they had to share a tombstone, it would read, "Curiosity killed these cats." Your hosts, Lisa and Robin on the mic.
Welcome to Lisa and Robin on the mic. You are listening on WSMN, 1590 AM, 95.3 FM. You can always watch and stream on WSMN.live as well as YouTube Live. I had to keep Robin silent for one more minute while she was swearing at
keep
the...
it.
Keep it down.
I still have to adjust that thing. Can you hear me if I keep it way down here?
No, I can't hear you if you keep it way down there. Get up on it.
Messed it up.
Get up on it. We are so excited because we have a guest in the studio. I'm very excited to have her. I'm going to call her Queen Victoria for the moment. Welcome.
Hi, happy to be here.
Oh, so excited to have you. So I met Victoria. She is my sister-in-law's good friend. And we were out for the day doing family stuff. And then my sister-in-law says to me, hey, you want to go to a party for my friend's 40th? Was it your 40th birthday? No.
It was like 43.
Okay.
42.
40th birthday.
Any
40th.
of my birthdays.
Yes. And I show up and there's like karaoke and we just had such a great time. And I knew you were a lot of fun. So I'm
Kittens.
Oh, that's right. She said, do you want to come out?
And karaoke?
I know.
You guys.
Was it not the best party ever?
Was it like Bridesmaid where you get to take a puppy home?
Oh my
like,
God,
everybody
it
gets to take
So
a kitty
she
home?
was really pushing the kittens, and I'm texting my husband, and my husband's like, don't you dare take a cat home. I'm like, it's not a cat, it's a kitten. He's like, don't you dare. Don't you dare. I'm like, I've got two. I've got two, like, and Valerie's taking pictures of me, and I'm holding the two kittens. So we wanted you to come on. You're super fun. Tell me a little bit about what you have going on in your life right now.
All right. I have a little bit of a background in like comedy and improv and all that. And I fell out of it for a little bit. So I'm starting this workshop. It's Mill City Comedy. It's out of Lowell. And so I'm going to just...
Are you running the workshop?
No. I'm attending it. So that's like less exciting.
So I'll tell you that I've used this platform as a way to like someday I'm going to have 5 minutes to go up on stage. Right. But I never know how
to connect right now because
so comedy is one of my favorite things. Like I was telling her that, I love a million things about my husband. But one of the things is like how quick he is funny in the quickness. Like I was telling her that I was in the car and Prince came on and I said, do you remember how Prince died? And he said, oh, it was like from plantar fasciitis disease from those crazy boots he was wearing. but like he didn't have
I believed you though. I was like, wait, that's not right.
I was like, should I Google that later? But like, that's what I mean. Like he couldn't possibly know I was going to talk about Prince. He couldn't possibly know I was going to ask that question, but like without a hesitation, without blinking, right into it. So like, I love when people are funny naturally live, and we are hilarious. Like if you're out with us for a day, your face hurts from laughing, but projecting that and standing on stage to people, just one-sided, it's like its own thing. So tell me, you said you had a little bit of a background in it. What was your background?
So years ago I was going to like open mics and stuff in like the Cambridge area, and what had happened was, and I think this is why many people don't do this, especially later in life, is my daytime job was too demanding and staying out late at bars and stuff just to like tell jokes that no one's listening to. Right. Because a lot of times they're like open mic, so people are there to like tell their own jokes, so they're like focusing, so it's their turn. And so and then because I live up here in the Merrimack Valley, well, this isn't the Merrimack Valley, but I live in the Massachusetts. So anyway, I just like fell out of it, but I never fell out of love with stand-up. And I'm like such a fan, and I've seen bajillions of shows, and I listen to all the podcasts, and I was like, I need to get into it now. So actually, if you're interested, I'm gonna be attending the open in downtown Lowell. Several different locations have like open mics. So like one, for example, Tuesday night at Fuse, they have open mics. You just go and sign up and you just talk about what you want to talk about.
Yeah. You're joking more like storytelling jokes?
I'm a storyteller for sure. I'm not
like
a one-liner because I'll forget them.
Yes.
Or do you
Or
play,
I'll
do
say
you
them
play
wrong.
the crowd where a lot of times people will pick on the crowd and can feed
So
off
I'm not
of
there
that?
yet, you guys. We need to reel it in. I'm just like very back, fresh on the scene. So I really just want to. So this workshop is people from all backgrounds that are coming together to like learn how to form a story. And at the end of the whole thing, we're going to have a showcase. So should I plug that now?
Yes.
Okay. So February 17th, 7:30 p.m. at Sahil Restaurant in Lowell. February 17th is a Tuesday night, but you should come. And if you're interested in doing stand-up, Mill City Comedy, that's on Lowell. That's on the website. It's literally called Mill City Comedy.
Mill City.
It's out of the Boot Mills in downtown Lowell. So I don't know. It's really great. And I didn't write down everybody's name, so I can't plug everybody. But
You'll have to go to find out.
you're gonna have to send me a message on Instagram.
So how many weeks is it? When do you start?
I've already started. It's like a 5-week course, and then on like the 6th week or the 7th week or something, then I have to get up and. But at first, my friends are like, "Oh, let me come and see," and I was like, "No, I'm not gonna tell you." But now I'm like, you know what? I'll announce it on the radio.
Absolutely.
Everybody come.
So when did you get your first start in comedy? Like, where did you get to the nerve to being like, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go to open mic night. And I think, too, you know what? We were talking about it the other day with my husband and my son because we were watching Kill Tony. I don't know if you ever watched
I watched
that.
that last night. Did you watch the most recent one?
I don't know
because
if
I
watched-
wanted to talk to someone about this.
Well, I don't know if I'm watching.
Roseanne Barr was on it. Sorry.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
Okay.
Sorry.
They had one. I'll have to go back and see. I'll text him in a minute and see what episode it was because it was amazing. I mean, it's hard getting up there. I mean, because, you know, they do it because Kill Tony, his way of comedian, he likes to make fun of people. He, you know, where sometimes people will fail on their 1-minute stand-up. The interviews, they crush it.
Yeah.
And so I do think it is doing a good thing. Like, he's giving his, you know, it's made for his entertainment, but it's also, like, they've got some great comedians on there. And, you know, it's a chance to rise from, you know, the top, but some of the episodes are like, and others are amazing. But you think about what it takes to actually get up on stage, because there's a couple of times that people have really failed or they've bombed their 60 minutes or 60 seconds, but their interview was amazing. So once you can get out of your own head, instead of like standing up and doing your set, quote unquote, and having the real interview, talking about storytelling, oh my God, laughing so hard. My stomach was hurting and my cheeks were hurting from, like, but it's got to be, so back to I digress. There's not a lot of women comics, especially seeing coming out. And I think that you already have something as a woman, I don't want to say against you, working
to
against
overcome.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like we also have limited content. Like the same way, the same times, like I think that if we talk about politics or we talk about men too much, you know, it's a little bit. So I feel like we have a smaller arena to operate in. And I'm just wondering, like, how did you get your start? How did you get the courage? And like,
And then what's making you come back in?
yes.
So my start, I want to say in my early 30s when I started to like do some stuff in Boston, it was purely because I was so unhappy with where I worked at the airport. I worked on the ramp. Like I was like outside
In the weather.
like
New England weather.
New England
Oh, yeah.
weather,
That's a joke.
Boston Harbor, and I was like throwing luggage in planes. I was like, I am lost. I am unhappy. And
This makes perfect comedy routines to be unhappy.
I don't know what, like it like, it's medicine.
Yes.
And I listened to so many stand-ups, and I've followed it for years and years and years, like all the way, like watching SNL when I was a kid. And I was like, I'm gonna do it. And it was terrifying. And I'll tell you what, it's still terrifying.
Yes.
Because like even I push myself through it, but once you push yourself through it, first of all, you realize nobody's that good at it. Like nobody's that good at it. And the people that are good at it have been doing it for like 10, 20 years.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that actually, and to go back to what you were saying about Kill Tony is I think what he does for these comedians, because it's such a grind. You have to work your day job.
Yeah.
You go at night and you do it because you just love it.
Yeah.
And it is medicine. And he gives these people like this really great opportunity, and he's like so kind.
Yeah.
I'm honestly surprised how kind he is because of just some things that have transpired over the past few years. But to watch him, he's so kind to them.
Yes.
And like doing stand-up is so vulnerable.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to therapy and talking about your problems.
But you are on therapy.
Well,
if you
that's
can make
it.
them funny, you could do it on stage.
Well, that's it. So apparently, the best jokes come from your pain.
Yes.
Believe it or not.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Yes.
happy people usually aren't funny.
Yes.
Well, yes, that's
No, they have nothing to draw on. It's all of us trauma people that are so funny.
Well, I think people that overcome their trauma or being able to look back and say that I can laugh at it and not hold it. Because I think that, because I do think that ultimately, I don't know, because I think happy people can be funny because they've overcome their, I think it's those, dry,
But it's
they get
built in something
offended
else.
and can't see the value in it, can't see the value of a joke.
So, interviewer asked Steve Martin, started an interview with like your father was abusive and went through this whole thing.
Oh, geez, yeah.
And then Steve said, "Well, what was your childhood like?" He goes, "I had nice parents, but that's also why I'm not a comedian."
It's true.
So,
True.
From that standpoint, John Candy, there is that depression humor, like there is that line, and I think the desire to make other people laugh.
It feels so good. It's like you can't,
Yeah.
right? Because you both do this, but like doing it and then people responding in a way that brings them joy also brings you joy. So it's
Yes,
like
yes.
the joke and like whatever. But then like there's also like this beautiful part of it that's like, I'm telling you, it's healing.
Yes.
So I'm laughing.
Well, laughter
yeah.
raises your vibration. It's a positive vibration.
But it's actually
So-
like good
And all
for
the
your
dots.
like
Yes.
your body. Actually, it's good for you.
Yes.
To laugh. So when COVID hit, I watched 24 Netflix hours in a row of comedians.
All right. So same probably. So we can share notes.
And every time it was done with the hour, it would say, Jeffrey Dahmer. Remember the 6-part series?
I didn't watch that because it makes me sad, you guys.
Yes. No,
Wasn't either.
it was what was trending on Netflix. So every time I would finish an hour of a comedian, it would say, "Do you want to watch Jeffrey Dahmer?" And I would be like, "Does it look like I'm watching Jeffrey Dahmer?"
Right.
I'm not watching heads in jars and freezers. I'm watching things that'll make me laugh because we're all about to kill ourselves 2 weeks into COVID over here, right? And so I'm doing this, and then finally it was like my 25th hour. I had no more comedy.
Well, it's like,
I had no more comedians.
It's like 15 days in because they promised it was only going to be 2 weeks.
Yes,
so it's like
yes.
15 days.
On the 15th
There's when the
day.
suicide. You're like, wait, I'm questioning myself.
Am I never leaving the house again? Because I can't do this. I'm a social person. So I need to be outdoors. And
Yes.
I need to see and I didn't realize I was deaf until I realized that once people have a mask on, I cannot hear what they have to say. And I must read lips a significant amount.
So do you want me to move my microphone?
Right.
Is this a struggle for you?
No, because you're being drummed into my ears through
Okay.
the headphone. But so my point on that is at the 25th hour, I was like, of course I'm going to watch Jeffrey Dahmer now. I've got my 25 hours to solidify myself.
And then you make notes and you're like, that's a joke. He was funny also.
Wait, did you watch
apparently.
it?
I did watch the Jeffrey
it
Dahmer.
good?
Was it funny?
No. Well, this is what's humorous. So, okay, I have a very dark sense of humor. Unbelievably dark,
I
right?
can't wait to find out.
So, I'm the friend that when something horrible happens to you, you call me, and as we're talking about it, I make some joke. So now you're crying, but now you started laughing, so you're snort, laugh, crying because
Yes.
that's what's happening. right? And so Rob did this. My brother-in-law's dad passed away, and he wrote a tribute, and it was the most beautiful tribute because it was really honest. But he said, my dad is a man of many tarps. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Because his dad used to camp with tarps and all this stuff. But the way he had let us in, we were just crying about the connection to his sons and the connection to his family and the connection to his grand. And we're all crying. And then he does them. My father is a man of many tarps. And we bust out laughing. And so it's very much that. But I do have a dark sense of humor. So getting back to the Jeffrey Dahmer, I'm like, he had a property manager. Right? He did that in an apartment. He had neighbors. I never knew that before that series.
Terrifying.
And I was like, see, when people ask me why I hate property management, you know, like, what if I'm managing Jeffrey Dahmer's building? Like, I just can't even. So, like, you know, like,
what if there's a serial killer in here?
Right? Well, based on the smells of some of these apartments, maybe there is a serial killer in here.
There's definitely been some, you know, not law-abiding citizens in some of your buildings.
A lot of non-abiding, yeah. And they're always like, so I'll rent to this woman, and then she has this boyfriend come, and I'm like, he's not on the lease, and he's like changing the oil of the car.
Oh, no.
Like inside. Like one guy brought his motorcycle inside the house. I don't know how he took the doors off and got his motorcycle in, and then was changing oil and performing like Meineke activities in the first floor. And he goes, you didn't say I couldn't do this on the lease. I'm like, A, you're not on the lease.
Also,
you're
who
not
does
a tenant
that?
Here. You're not a tenant here. You don't even have a copy of the lease. You don't even have a copy of the lease. But I do have no commercial activity. Meineke's a commercial building. Go be a mechanic.
Yeah, go get a job.
You know what I mean? Go get a job. Get off of this girl's.
Wick.
I can't swear. Go get a job. That's what I want you to do, right? So so I think and I think you have to have a great property management to deal with people all the time.
They also had an alligator locked in a kiddie pool in a second bedroom.
It was about 5 feet.
Is this the same people?
No, different people.
Different building.
Different building.
Okay, so they got an alligator
These people are
as
weird.
a pet.
So it was like a foot long.
It was probably a baby, and then it grows. And they have it in a pool, and so I go through and like my client buys this building.
Of pool? Hold on, I have
A kiddie pool.
I know, right?
You know, I think one of those.
And then
One of the plastic, the hard plastic, in the second bedroom in an apartment.
Oh my God!
Right, first floor.
With
So
a locked
we
door.
go. My client buys this building. And he's like, I want you to manage this building, so I have to go and see the inside. So we're doing the final walkthrough. My client then goes to a closing. Right, he's going to the closing, and I'm meeting the tenants. I'm going through, and I see a bedroom door with a padlock on the exterior. Like, so it's not being locked from the inside, it's being locked from the outside. And I'm like, we need to see the whole building. We gave you legal notice. We need to get in all the rooms. They're like, you can't go in that room. I'm thinking from all my Jeffrey Dahmer series.
Oh no.
I'm thinking there's a
people.
woman literally like chained to a bed in there. Right? So I'm like, no, you got to let me in there. They unpadlock it, open it, and there's a 5-foot alligator in a kiddie pool.
Oh my God.
And he is tip to tail because he's so big, and they plexiglassed because you can't just have an alligator in a pool. So they built very ingeniously built a plexiglass circle around it, but the alligator was so big that his like nose and snout was up and his tail and snout was up.
It didn't even have the ability to move. Like, that's animal cruelty right there.
Yeah, there's a lot of.
So I call.
Thank God they just didn't let it go in the river.
So what happened?
So I call.
How do
and
they
I'm
feed
like,
it?
are they legal in the unit? Like, are they legal in New Hampshire? And they're like, no, not even remotely. And I'm like, well, do you want to know where one is? And they're like, we would love to know where one is before it winds up in our lakes. We definitely want to know where it is before it gets dropped off, at the lake. So
it would be like a frozen one sliding.
And not just people. Like, people
Why
are
do you want
weird.
one?
Well,
Why do you want
he
one?
really thought they were really cool. I'm like, well, you know what? You
how
get
do
a
you feed
job.
it?
You get a job.
Get a job.
Again, we're getting a
Move
job.
to Florida and work at Gatorland Zoo, man.
We get a job. We buy land and farm whatever you want. Like, that's my theory. But the beginning of all of these start with get a job.
But you'd still have to farm alligators. If you were going to have an alligator farm in New Hampshire, you'd have to be indoors. Like,
No,
for
that's why you
most
don't
of the
have
year.
an alligator
Right.
farm in New
I'm
Hampshire.
just
You got to go
saying.
south. Go south. Go south for that kind of crazy
Is
stuff.
that just dumb?
But these are my
Dumb.
stories that I would want to tell on stage.
Yeah.
You know, what are your stories that you want to tell on
Oh,
stage?
geez, all of them. We can just start with my dad.
Yeah. Start with him. Is he alive or dead?
Oh
Is
my
he hearing
God,
this?
my dad's not going to listen to this. And if he had it on, he couldn't hear it.
See,
He's reading lips too?
He's like, I don't need hearing aids, but I got these like Bose earbuds that have like sound canceling, and he's like, they work. So he just walks around with his Bose earbuds.
You know why? Because he's like, I'm not of the age to have hearing aids yet.
75 is too young.
It's too young. I agree with him.
It's too young.
Because my husband wants me to get them.
So have you been tested? Like,
I can hear most things okay. I can drone out a lot of stuff, right?
That's so funny. I would never have guessed that because you never say what, huh?
I say it to him
because she can read lips.
I can read lips. No, but 90% of it is he's talking to me from a different room behind closed doors, and I've got the fan on at the stove, and he's going. And I'm like, are you talking to me or are you on the phone? No, I'm talking. And I'm like, you know, I'm at the stove. I've got bubbling water. I've got a high fan. I've got what are you doing? And then he's like, you're deaf. And it's like a little bit maybe, but the thing about the masks is true. I do read lips a little bit.
That's interesting.
Just a little bit.
I think we all do a little bit.
Well, sometimes people's accents are a little bit much.
That's true.
I started with the closed captioning on TV at all times because if there's a noise somewhere, I don't know what they said.
Yeah.
So if I'm watching a British program, closed captions
yes,
on.
you have
to.
to.
Yeah.
Because especially if
they got a lot of.
And Chris is like, it doesn't matter. I'm like, what did they say? I'm like, I'm all into the plot. I'm all in. Like, I don't watch TV, but like when I want to watch it, I at least want to understand it. He's like, I'm like, can you just rewind it? What did he say? I feel like that was important. It's not important. And he can't stand closed captions. So both of my kids have watched.
Don't look at him.
So he can't
help it. He wants to
watches
read.
like foreign films, so he'll put the closed captions on, and then it kind of just gets left on. And so Kayla will she's studying and stuff, so she'll kind of pay attention. She kind of won't, but she'll have the closed caption on, so you can kind of just read it and move on. You can pick it up because sometimes you're just looking for the word in the closed caption, then you're like, okay, I got to just move on.
What was that?
He can't stand it. It literally irritates him, like, to have the closed caption on. I'm like, I don't mind it. I actually feel like I read it more than I watch it when it's on.
Yeah.
That's
Because
why
I'm a reader anyway.
Yeah, and I think that's why they don't like it because they want to watch the action. They don't want to have to read the bottom bit.
They don't have to read it.
They don't have to.
It's a choice he's making.
Right.
But I don't think they
choices.
understand it either. I think it's just kind of like I don't know. It's kind of
there.
like
I got to look at it.
it's absorbed through, like, I don't think they're into the dialogue the same way, or at least I think Chris is not into the same dialogue the same way that I am. Like, I'm looking at the dialogue, the interaction between the two, and I think he's just absorbing the gist.
Has anyone shot anyone yet? Is anyone using a gun in the scene? Is anyone?
I don't care about the shooting. I want to hear I want to hear the dialogue.
Yeah.
He's like, you'll get it. You'll get it.
All right. So start. Tell us a funny story.
You want me to tell you a
Please.
funny story?
Yeah.
Oh, on the spot.
Boom. Improv, stand up.
What are you doing? Are you putting your set together?
Yeah. So, I mean,
So you don't have to tell us something you're already going to tell everyone. but
I
you
know because I'm
can.
like, if everyone comes, they're already gonna know my story.
All right, so don't do that.
Okay.
Let's go back and being like, so what do you think is funny? Like, where do you find your material? And what content?
Oh my God, everything.
Yes.
Literally everything.
What is your favorite content, though? Like,
Family stuff.
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, so my mom passed away 3 years ago, and she was like my best content because she was always like upset with me, and now she was just like So I was
It was
living
just like the constant disappointment. She was just constantly disappointed.
So at the end of her life, so she had cancer. So I was living with her and like her caretaker, and I had my cat, but it was like our cat. But anyway, I went to go visit a friend, and my friend was like, "Victoria, tonight you are not allowed to talk about your mom or your cat." And I was like, "Well, what am I supposed to talk about?"
You're like, oh,
Because my whole entire life.
This is my whole life. Do you want me to talk about the airport? I'll
We
talk
can
about
bring
that.
up those. We can bring up those stories.
Oh my God! I'll give you an airport story. It's
Yes.
disgusting, but it's
All right.
well, we like disgusting.
Ugh, all right. So my last name is Szmyt. And when you work with a bunch of dudes on an airport ramp, everybody just is like, hey, you know, McCarthy or whatever.
Yeah.
So I was Smitty. And I ended up every like quarter or however, I don't even remember how they do it. You bid for like what job you want to do. So do you want to like deliver stuff to the international? Do you want
So do people bid on wanting to get the ramp?
So it's called ground operations.
Oh.
And so you can like drive the water truck and like fill up the planes or whatever. Well, so one winter, however many weeks it was because I got good days off, which is a whole other thing. I won't bore you with that stuff. But anyway, so I got this bid and it was water labs, which is the same job. And let me tell you what that is. So alternating nights. So one night I would drive a huge truck filled with water up to every airplane, get out of the back of the truck, hook the hose up to the back of the plane, and pump it with water. So that's how you get the water in the plane. Well, every other night I would
The
drive.
water in the plane for what? For drinking?
No, for like washing your hands.
Oh,
Or,
okay,
you
yeah,
know
yeah,
how
yeah,
there's
okay.
yeah. So the alternating night, I would drive an empty truck up to planes, and I would hook up a big fat hose, lock it in,
Yeah.
and dump the poo, dump
Oh.
the lavatories.
Wait, it doesn't fly out the window? Like when it doesn't fly out the...
It does not. Imagine if it did, though. Every once in a while, so it just.
I
Get knocked on the
know.
head.
Like, don't flush unless you're at 30,000 feet.
I
would be
will
like-
it disintegrate? Like, what will happen to it?
Well, dude, I mean, maybe that's a blonde
Maybe
moment
that's
right
what
here.
cloud trails are.
Well, it's such a powerful suction. I was like, damn, that just went right out the window.
It would.
Yeah.
It would be chaos, though.
Because
Yeah.
I just
Like-
thought about, like, ooh, what if somebody had, like, massive diarrhea and, like, you got birds, like,
That
dirty
would be
birds.
it. That would be it. Well, Google it.
All right, so then if it doesn't fly out, like, how many other people? Like, now...
Well, have you ever had?
I
I forget what airplane. It was on Instagram, but the toilet stopped working on the flight.
Oh no!
And it was
Wait, all of them? All of the toilet? Like, was there only one toilet?
I don't know, but I know that there was liquid on the floor of the plane, and I'm like, I'm a really easy vomiter. And
Me
I'm
too.
like smells.
Oh, no!
When I walk through the supermarket, and if someone hasn't showered 3 hours over, I smell them.
and dirty
right?
hair.
Yeah.
Ugh, dirty
Oh,
hair.
yeah.
So you put that smell, I would be vomiting the entire, and then because I vomited, I'd make myself vomit again. Like
Yeah.
it would have been a disaster.
Perpetual cycle of dry heaving.
Not dry heaving.
Well,
Actual
that's where
heaving.
mine
Wait,
starts.
so
like,
this was like on the news?
Yeah, or it was on Instagram.
well, our
You know
I don't know if
what?
we're calling that the
Someone
news.
made it up and told it to me.
Okay. Yeah, no.
our last flight was like literally a 2-hour flight, and none of the we got delayed because none of the toilets were working. And I'm like, come on, everybody should have just let everybody off, go to the bathroom,
I
and like,
know.
come on, we can all hold it for like 2 hours.
there's
It's like an
so
hour.
many,
It was like
like,
an hour and 20
regulations.
minutes, literally. Like, come on, we don't really. Nobody needs a toilet, but
How
now
long
I'm like,
was it delayed?
well, they had made us deboard. So then we're like, okay, we're going to go get a cocktail and some lunch. And literally by the time we placed our order and got our drinks,
You're
they
good.
said, we're reboarding the mechanic. Because he originally said, we're going to deboard. It's going to take about 25 minutes for the mechanic to get here. He's off site. And so we're like, oh, we've got plenty of time. We have no idea. You got to fix 2 bathrooms, 3 bathrooms. I literally got our drinks and they're like, we're ready to reboard. And then, so I take my drink in a to-go cup, and she's like, "You can't take that on the plane." I'm like, "But I literally was right there.
Why can't you take it on the plane?
It's alcohol."
No,
And I'm
they
like,
don't-
"You're
they
gonna
don't
serve it
allow
to me."
outside alcohol.
Wait, that's not true.
Really?
If you bought some like after you
Well,
go
it was like
through-
in a cup, like your Dunkin' Donut
Open
cup.
container, maybe.
And so I
in my
literally,
experience, if
She
you
seems very
bought it
experienced.
after TSA, you can bring it on the plane. Why?
I don't know why I couldn't either, but it was in a to-go cup.
Because I can bring this.
Right.
So she's like, I could suck it down. She's like, no, alcohol. I couldn't have any alcohol.
That
So
sounds made
literally, I'm like, should I just throw it away? And she's like, suck it down.
Okay, so can I?
And I'm
This
like,
is a perfect
not
time to
gonna
bring
go
this
well
up.
for you or
Because
me.
they give you open cups on the plane. What's the difference?
I know.
So I'm going to ask you a question.
Because you have to buy it on theirs.
Your
I don't
age
know.
is slightly younger than ours, so you might. Do you remember when we used to say that people were on a power trip?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What happened to power trip? Was that replaced by the patriarchy? because no one says
Toxic masculinity.
Did we just say
Well, that was toxic feminine.
that was
whatever.
well? My point on that is everyone blames it. Everything is always the patriarchy. It's the patriarchy, but men suffer under the patriarchy too. So it kind of seems weird, like that to call it that all the time. And we used to say all the time when I was growing up, they're on a power trip.
Yeah.
Like this woman
Yeah.
who wasn't going to let you be on the plane with the thing
Yeah.
was obviously on a power trip.
And the thing is, she already scanned me once, and she saw me get off the plane. Like, so it's not like you can bring your food.
That's
you can
just
bring
like-
you can bring a Diet Dr. Pepper.
That's a power trip. That's a power trip.
So I was like, I don't think I've ever.
And
well,
so
I've
you
flown
you
a
could
lot.
start saying, "This is what's wrong with the matriarchy right here." Instead of the patriarchy, we should start the matriarchy.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to do that. I'm not on board with that. Let's just blame the airline. Also, but like,
So anyway,
Yeah.
back to the poop. In the hose. I did. I'm sorry about that, but I literally did you not think about? Well, I guess you
where the
both-
poo goes, it goes.
In a truck that Victoria drove.
Guys.
is it dumped every week? Every
Let
day?
me.
She's gonna tell us.
I'm gonna tell you how this
Okay.
works.
Okay.
Yucky. Ugh. Putting myself into character.
You are getting airline education right now.
Yes. So I put on full Tyvek suit, gloves on my feet, everything. And I had just started this, and you like back this stupid truck back up to the plane. And it's like, this is gross too, but like the holes
Oh,
for the
yeah.
poo to come out is in the back of the plane, just like in
Yeah.
real life on living things.
It's in the rear.
Yeah. So it's this big, and it's a clear hose, so you can see the.
Oh, wow.
Guys, it's so gross.
Do they not make enough money to not have a
Color
clear
it?
hose?
I think you needed to make sure there were no. I don't, and it's like
Clogs?
it's probably like I don't know what's that circumference,
Probably 6 inches.
6 inches
Round. Yeah.
round. So you like back it up. So I'm standing on the back of the truck. I hook it up to the plane. And I'm in full Tyvek. I look like one of those guys from E.T. coming in.
Yes. Yeah.
And I see like 2 guys that I work with come out, and they're like, "Oh, I can't say it. It rhymes with Smitty." Smitty.
Yes.
And I was like, in that moment, I was like, I don't think I like this job. I'm gonna go do stand up.
Why did I sign up for this?
I'm gonna have people not laugh at me as a response. Well, because you know what I mean. Like the best thing about stand-up is people laugh with you.
Yeah.
The worst thing about
Yeah.
stand-up if people don't get you.
Yes.
Right.
And so I thought comedy was ruined in COVID. Like I thought they were starting to ruin comedy because no one could talk about anything.
Oh yeah.
Remember that when
Yeah.
like nothing was funny anymore,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh my, come on, that's
Yeah.
funny. Like,
Right.
the problem
Yeah.
is, I know when I'm depressed when I know something's funny, but I can't laugh.
Yes.
Like that's like
Yeah.
I'm not
And people
doing
couldn't
well.
yeah.
laugh about themselves. So the
Yeah.
comedians that would play off of
And the
who
thing
was
is,
the
all
guy?
comedy is laughing at ourselves. We are the ridiculous
well,
ones.
like Tom
Yeah.
Papa, like
Yes.
you know,
I love him.
he can make fun of women, but then he does this slight shift that I make fun of myself and I make
Yep.
fun of but there was such a time where how do comedians even survive because everybody's so sensitive.
Well, everyone
Can
got
you talk about
offended.
yes.
Well, right. It was during COVID.
Yeah, and I
Everything,
think that's
yeah.
what happens when you don't let people out of the house, right? They lose their
Right.
sense of humor.
I think.
Angry.
Well, also you spend a lot more time on your devices, so people had more time to be mad about things that like maybe they wouldn't have paid attention to before.
Right. And then that you building it up and everything. But the kind of point that I was talking about the not laughing thing is if I go to a comedy show, I'm laughing. Like I'm in the mood to laugh. I'm going
Yeah.
to I'm like kind of primed. So when
Yeah.
people like have to have everything be laugh out loud funny, it's like you're here to have a good time.
Yeah.
You're here, someone's trying to entertain you and the best you can. Like to me, if someone said you want to go meet a comedian, you want to meet Tom Papa or do you want to meet Brad Pitt or an actor?
Yeah.
right?
You wanna.
I'm like Tom Pitt.
Yeah.
I mean Tom
Tom Pitt.
Papa.
Tom
Sorry.
Papa. I want them in the steam room.
No, I want Tom Papa
I
all
want
day.
Brad
every
beside
day.
me while I listen to Tom.
Yeah, I want Brad to be holding me on his
I
lap
want to sit on his lap.
while Tom makes me smile.
But I want a comedian every day of the week and twice on Sundays versus a comedian.
Yeah.
Like, to me, an actor is someone pretending to have a personality. A comedian, someone who has a personality.
Yes.
Ayo. Yep.
Yeah.
Actually, not always though.
Not always. Who doesn't? Do you know someone who doesn't?
New people.
That's true.
But you have a personality. Now we're just bringing it on stage. We're massaging it and getting it up on stage. And don't forget, public speaking about anything is
I do think that there are some comedians that it's forced.
So,
well, they're just not funny.
Like they come out, but look at wasn't Jim Carrey? Like he was very depressed.
Yeah.
And like he was just kind of an angry, like solitude kind of a person. So I feel like looking back, he's somebody that it was a job. And so it was more of a performance than it was something natural that flowed naturally. I think what you're talking about is like good comedians, like it's just there.
Yeah.
And it's just the way your brain thinks, like, oh, that's funny. But most of the rest of the people would be like,
right. And that's the thing is
for
about
the stage,
massaging it.
not market basket.
Right.
Don't do that. And
Market
not at your husband. I've learned that.
You should do it at your husband.
Well,
I think
he's like,
there's
you got
like
good
an
concept,
audience
but
for
yes.
husband jokes.
Yes. And I think some of the best ones are the ones that are the closest that make you laugh at yourself.
Yes.
So to me, I want to laugh at my ridiculousness.
Yeah.
I
Well,
wanna
you
laugh at
find
my
humor
neurosis.
in things.
Yes.
So I wish I remember who said this, but I heard it yesterday and something. It was like about boring people, and boring people are just people that haven't taken the time to explore their weirdness, because everybody's
Yes,
weird.
yes.
Everybody
Yes.
has
Oh, yeah.
things.
Yes.
But like, let's just say the three of us, like, we are more outgoing because like we know different parts of ourselves and we're more comfortable to share that.
I think accepting yourself.
Yes, that's
Accepting
it.
your weirdness, accepting, your flaws. But society tells you that, I mean, I say it all the time. I grew up in Southern Baptist, in Virginia. And
Ooh,
it
a
was
lot of stuff.
A lot of comedy.
literally
Very different from
literally,
here.
I mean, it's funny. It is funny looking back at it now. But being a kid, I remember going to bed some nights and not even feeling like I could ask the question to my parents. Like, you were taught that if you had a bad thought, you're going to hell.
Yes. Well, Roman
Like,
Catholic, Italian.
sin,
Pretty
sin,
close.
sin.
Yeah. Yeah.
We
I
were
know, but
guilty.
see, the Southern Baptists always made fun of Catholics because they're like, they'll just go get their Hail Marys and then go do it again tomorrow.
No, because we had guilt after.
But it didn't stop them.
And then your mom will guilt you.
Look how much infidelity.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Well, the Catholic Church. Well, we can do some Catholic Church jokes, but
Load.
one of my favorite is that I'm a recovering Catholic. Kind of like you're a recovering
what?
alcoholic.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's,
Yeah.
to take it with a grain of salt. In realizing, as an adult growing up, like, hey, I'm not going to go to hell for having a bad thought.
I hate that it took
And-
me up until this point to realize that I'm okay if I
Yes,
do or say
yes,
these things. But
yes.
like most of my life, I didn't think that I was.
But
Allowed to say
we're
them.
going to get
Yeah.
into that. We're going to get into sex in the second hour, but it kind of goes into the same thing as religion. Like, look how many religions like shame sex and shame the body and shame, this. So you go up.
That's
growing
because
up
they don't want to
feeling
walk
like,
around just like spraying them like two dogs. Like, get out of there.
I
Like,
literally wanted to,
you
one of
have
the
to
reasons.
keep that under wraps.
Oh my god!
Yes.
Stop being
Yes.
excited.
Yes.
Guys coming up humping your leg.
Oh my god! Later
button,
we'll
spray
talk
button.
about my sexy cat. I
Yes.
have a sexy cat. It is
Oh my God.
uncomfortable.
I have a very sexy cat myself. I swear he's
butt up in
he's
the air.
Italian.
The butt
He's
up in the air.
My cat's Italian.
No, I'm telling you, I will.
I know.
He will literally. I am on my exercise ball, and I'm doing. I'm laying back doing my sit-ups. So I kind of like, you scoot your bum down. So when you crunch up, you kind of have squat down. So I'm trying to do the abs and the butt at the same time. But when I lay back, he will jump on my lap. Or he'll get when I'm riding my bike, or just sometimes when we're sitting there watching a movie, he will literally get up in my face and just like stare at me, like,
He's like, "Are we going?"
and he's like, And he just rubs, and he starts purring.
Yeah.
And he's like, he doesn't do it to anybody
I
else.
feel
But
like
he'll
yeah.
go under my arm.
Oh, my
and
goodness.
He goes under this arm. Like every time I exercise, he's got to be downstairs with me, and I'm trying to, I've got my legs up, so I've got my triangle, and he wants to go, and he'll sit right there, and I'm like, dude, you are weird. But he'll get so close to your face, and I'm like, Chris, are you seeing this? And he's like, yeah.
Oh, I thought the cat's name was Chris. I said, you're like, Chris.
It's Milo.
Chris, get off me.
My little Italian lover. He is. I'm like,
So my cat is a lesbian, and she also is into bestiality because she loves me. All right, we'll just get into the cat stuff right now.
Yes.
Right.
So
Crazy cat lady.
I'll
Let's
just
go.
tell you how I got the kittens is my neighbor. I live in like an old mill building, and my neighbor that lives down the hall, she moved out, so maybe she was a serial killer. But now I'm wondering who it is. So
did she leave the cats behind?
So a friend of hers like found a cat on the street, and they like went around house to house trying to be like, does anyone want this cat? She said that one person looked out the window and then closed the blinds. They're like walking around with this cat. And so she was like, I found this cute little kitty cat, and it's going to go to the shelter unless somebody wants to take a cat. And I had one cat, and my mom had just passed, and I was always, I'm trying to fill the void with anything.
Yes.
And I was like, another cat.
Cats are great
For voids?
for voids. They fill a void completely.
Yes.
So anyway, I ended up taking this cat in, and so we found out she was pregnant. The very next morning, she gave birth to 2 kittens. Right? So I was like, and she wasn't even 1 year old. So like this little street whore.
Right.
And I told my other cat, who's the senior, I was like, we're taking her in. We're doing a good thing. Stop hissing at the kittens. The whole thing. But anyway.
And she's like, get those dirty buggers out of here.
I know. She's like, bastard.
Illegitimate. Where are your parents?
Do this to me,
Where's your
Mom.
dad? You have a single mom? You've got a single
Single
mom.
mom. She doesn't know who the dad is. It was sad. But anyway.
He is like, I am not taking care of those cats. I'm not paying child support.
Those aren't mine. Those aren't mine. She's been with everybody. Those aren't mine.
You can't prove it.
You can't prove it. Those
We're
aren't
going to
mine.
get on Maury. With the cats.
Jerry Springer. Cat show.
And these
Oh
are the
my
cats
God.
she tried to pawn off on me, and I almost took them.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Hey, so
they're
wait, now do you
cute.
have 4 cats?
No, I don't. I found a beautiful home for them, and it was a brother and sister. They got to stay together. But
Did you keep the mom?
yeah, I did keep the mom, and I named her after my mom. Her name's Virginia.
That's sweet.
But anyway, Virginia's a little hornball, and as soon as the cats left and went to their new home, she went immediately into heat.
Yeah.
Has anyone ever had experience with this? It is awful.
Yeah.
It is awful. It is loud. She's like, it's like the worst
Yeah.
pitch. And she can't walk because she's like constantly in position. And I was like,
I know how that feels.
Robin's always running in front of a Chris, stopping short. Tail up.
I do.
Tail up in the air. Tail
she's
up.
like, meow. For those who can't see, she's wearing leopard. There's a theme.
It's appropriate. It's totally appropriate.
And my shoes.
Oh, yes.
Well, they actually might be cow.
You know what? I would
maybe
say
not.
giraffe.
Well, look, it
those
kind of matches the
giraffe.
spot.
Show her.
I'll take the giraffe.
Those are giraffe.
Possibly giraffe, yes.
Yeah.
I'll take giraffe.
But the patterns are very similar. So
Okay, anyway.
Yeah.
okay, point
Cat
out.
and heat.
So anyway, I was like, this is out of control, and I'm like, my sister's on the phone. I'm like, can you hear that? And the cat's like, "Rah, rah." It was just constant. I even put her in the bath. I'm like, come on, stop.
To make me drown you.
And it lasts like 4 days. And once she got fixed, like that intensity was gone. But then I was
How many times did you have to go through a heat cycle?
she went through 2 heat cycles between the kittens leaving and then getting fixed.
Yeah.
But like it was like I thought she was in pain or something, but she couldn't stop rubbing on me, and I was like, that's what. So I was under the impression that like animals get like raped in the wild. So I was like, this poor teenage kitty got raped, and then she got pregnant, but she. But I don't think she was. I think she wanted it.
Yes.
I think she wanted it.
I know.
Why were you under the impression that animals were getting raped?
Because it does.
Don't they?
I think.
I don't think so.
I think it's because they don't look like they don't look like they're having pleasure.
Right, and they make those sounds.
But I think they do. But I think they do have, like, I think that their body signals, like, because if you ever seen like cows and horses, like that looks painful. That does not look pleasurable.
No,
so I think it's
horses
something
are
that we
scary.
associate with, like even dogs. Like, sometimes it's aggressive looking. It's like.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that's
growling and
hilarious. I think that's
snarling
hilarious. So you were under the impression that she was just some damsel on the back of a alley and it was inappropriate.
I thought you got assaulted.
Yeah.
And
she did not.
But now
she
that
asked for it. She asked for it.
She wanted it. I think she
asked-
initiated it. So, okay, I will make this
trying to entice your male cat. It's like,
No,
come on.
I have 2 girl cats. One's an old lady.
Oh.
One's an old lady.
And she's like, that's why we don't bring the street trash in.
Yeah.
I mean,
She
look
was
at this.
like,
Don't bring it in.
I thought we were better than this.
Yeah, we are better than this.
Victoria. What is that?
That's what happens when you get in street trash instead of like getting her from a proper place.
We're hybrid.
Oh, I love my kitties. So anyway, I'm going to make this part PG, but I was seeing someone for a period of time, and when things went into the boudoir, so did the cat.
Yeah.
And the cat would climb on us, him specifically. I think the funniest thing was we weren't even engaged. He was on the bed and
That's
I was
payback
not.
for getting her fixed. She's like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna take your man.
Lays next to him,
I got
arms
you down.
out, legs out. And I was like, this is wild. It was to the point where we had to keep the door closed. I was like, get this horny cat. And you know what else? So, like, has anyone, like, helped with a litter of kittens? Like,
No.
you see, like, what the transformation of the mother's body. This was my first time, my only time doing this. So, like, they have a lot of nipples, and some of them, the ones they use, look like boobs. They look like real, like she
Yeah.
had cleavage.
Yeah.
And so it was like soft to touch,
Like
though.
8.
No, she only, so like the little ones were like in her fur, and the other ones just look like, she looked like a gorilla mother. They were just like out because they.
Yeah.
My
Yes.
poor kitty. She was listening right now.
Yeah.
She'd be appalled.
She's like, Mom, that's so private.
But also
talking about my nipples on TV, on the radio.
on the radio, my mom was talking about all of my 8 nipples.
I'm gonna pee in your bed later.
She won't. My kitties are very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No accidents in my house.
The things you do are far worse than that. She's not.
She's
doing
just
that.
a very sexual being.
Yeah.
Well, you know what
And-
it is? She started young. That's why they say you're supposed to get your animals fixed just so they're not.
Oh,
people think that's
no,
nuisances.
why.
Well, because once you've had a taste, you know,
Right,
it's hard to
you're
go back.
That's it.
You don't forget.
So my husband had a cat when we first dated that was a boy, and he was a Maine Coon. He was huge. He was
Oh,
like
yeah.
20-something pounds. He was the entire coffee table, right? And he was fixed. But he used to take John's robe and take it in his mouth and curl around it and hump it.
Oh.
So
cat?
so he wasn't allowed to use his robe. And we used to be like, how dirty does this robe that this cat is like, you come over here. Like he would take it. And I thought like John was exaggerating until like we're at the house one day and the cat like takes the robe out of the room or takes the robe from the room into our room and is like going to
It's
town
his toy.
on this robe. And I was like, oh, wow.
Does it look the way dogs do it? What does it
No.
look like?
Have you ever seen a cat
Have
hump?
you ever
No,
seen
have you?
I know. I've never seen.
So he was not humping like he was in the wild. He was lying on his side.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
I
with
know
the
that
the
position.
spoon.
with- yeah, with
He
the
was spooning the robe.
with the part of the robe in his mouth, like he was sucking on it, like to hold it, and then he was just kind of going to town on the side. And I mean, he would be at it for a while,
Wow.
and I was like, this
What's
is
a while?
more than 15 minutes. And Cats in the Wild you got like 2.5 minutes of that stuff.
So
See,
you
there's
looked
so
this
much
up.
I don't
No,
know.
I lived
There's
in the
so
city.
much I don't know about animal sex.
Yeah, no, I lived in the city.
I mean, I barely
In the
know about
70s.
kitty cats, but we're learning a lot right now.
Yeah, you didn't really have a choice to be like, hey, I'm going to see labor.
yeah,
I
don't know
didn't
what I
get to
would've
see
done.
it. I walked into the room and there they were. I knew she was pregnant. I had set her up. And the next morning, like, because she was like, rah, rah, the whole night. And I was like, well, I can't take her out because
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know. And then the next morning, she's just laying there with
With
these
her
two little
babies.
babies. It was
so
so sweet. I was
sweet.
kind of sad I didn't see it. I want,
Yeah.
Wouldn't that have been beautiful?
I'm a person who my cousin we were teenagers and my cousin's having a baby, and so she's like, I want you in the room, and I'm like, so I'm going to the Lamaze classes, I'm doing all that. And no, maybe I was in my 20s and she was like 19 or something. And so I talked to someone and they're like, oh my God, was it amazing? I'm like, they shouldn't let women who haven't given birth yet see that. Because like now I know what it is. Like I should be up. I should be up at the head not knowing what's happening. I was like Catcher. Holding a knee. I was holding
you
a
were
knee.
holding
Yeah.
it. So you
I
saw
was-
everything with your naked eye.
And I was like, can she have an epidural? I was trying to get her drugs.
You're
I was
like, can I have an epidural? I need one. I need it
An
out of the
epidural
way.
and a margarita,
I
please.
was like, she said she needs drugs.
Saturday.
Like, yeah. So
Stat.
I think like it's okay. So one of the things that I said immediately after that was, now I know why they allow men in the room, because before you'd have Irish twins, because the second the woman's home and she got a kid, there's a guy jumping on her, right? He needs to be traumatized for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
But he'll get over it in 6 weeks, but some of them get over it earlier.
Well,
but
they say 10, right? I think they say like 10, but like by the 6th, I think you feel like you're probably safe.
Yeah.
I think doctors give you that buffer.
But I think that was their way of being like, look at what happened.
Yeah.
Look what you've done to her.
I
Can you
know.
just stay off of her for 6 weeks?
I
Give
know,
it a
for
rest.
crying out loud.
Just lay off of it for a few minutes. She'll be back at it.
Yeah.
But like that's why I was like, maybe that's why they started bringing men in the room, because they were like, we're telling them not to do anything and they don't seem to be listening. Let them see that for a little bit.
Yeah.
They need visual.
They need a visual.
I was watching some period piece, and yeah, the man showed up after work and like waited in the waiting room, and
Yeah.
then they brought the baby out.
Yeah, that's how they used to do it.
Yeah,
My
wild.
father
Yeah.
wasn't in the room with me when I was born in 72.
Well, but I think a lot of that came back from privacy. Like, I think that was a woman's thing. Like, think
They also
about everything
tied my
was
mother
so
to a bed.
modest.
What?
You were not.
We'll come back to that.
It was like back in the 50s that you were improper if you wore a blouse where your bra straps showed through.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
so they're not going to let you see, your undercarriage.
No.
I know. but
Thank
they
God. Don't
see
look
it
at my
otherwise.
Do that in the
undercarriage.
dark. In the 50s, that's in the dark.
Well, that's
You're
why they had
listening to
separate
Lisa.
beds.
Yeah, you're listening to Lisa and Robin on the mic on WSMN, 1590 AM, 95.3 FM. You can watch, stream, and listen at WSMN.live. Stay tuned. We're going to the top of the hour. We're coming back with, do you want to be Victoria after dark or Queen Victoria?
Oh, shoot.
Why not both?
She'll decide when we come back.
Right.
We'll be right back.
WSMN 1590. WSMN 95.3 FM Nashua. Listen, watch, and stream at WSMN.live.
USA Radio News. I'm John